And we're back. Steve here with Raptor Pro Mechanics for the third and hopefully final installment on the 11 Dodge Durango. So previous videos, this is now going to be a three-part series. So the first video we did the AC condenser with the tranny cooler line, tranny cooler that was leaking. We also did on the next video, which is now immediately video 2, the CV axle, and we took it for the test drive and found that we had a vibration, so we did that. Bad news is, did another test drive after we did the CV axle, and there's still a vibration. Now, not as much as it was on the right side. It appears to be coming from the left side. I think the wheel bearing, front left wheel bearing, there's no play in it, but I had it up in the air and everything turning, and there was sound and I could feel vibration coming from that side. Almost felt like diff, but I think it's more on the left side. So we went for a rip around town, checked temperatures of the hubs, front and left side. There's 30-degree differential between the left and right side. So pretty sure that we have bad front left wheel bearing. So we're going to change that out. Did I make the wrong call on the CV axle? Was that not the cause of the vibration at all? Hard to say. I mean, obviously that CV axle was on its way out. The boot was torn. And it does feel like there is less of a vibration now, and it did seem more on the right before. Now it seems more on the left. But hard to know. I'm not sure if that knowing that CV axle boot was torn kind of moved me in that direction or what. But anyway, we're going after the front left wheel bearing. And if you saw in the last video, the brakes were also low, so we're going to do that at the same time, seeing as we're going to be right in the area. So we'll do brakes on both sides as well. So I thought I'd bring you along, do a third video here. 2011 Dodge Durango with the big 5.7 Hemi, front left wheel bearing, and brake job. Also, I should note, we had a complaint of the passenger side is stuck on heat, and it turns out that is a bit of a problem with this design of HVAC unit from Chrysler, where basically what happens is the rubber seals on the blend doors get basically cooked by the heater core and turn into tar essentially, and then of course when it cools they basically glue themselves shut. So the actuator is turning for the blend door, but it's busted the gears off, and I can't open the door by hand. It's just absolutely glued shut, and the only way to fix that is to replace the whole distribution housing and change basically all the blend doors and the mode doors out of it, which is a big job and an expensive job for something when it's just stuck on heat. And we're getting into winter, so customer's just going to leave that alone. So we'll put that back together. But I'll show you a little. I'll stick the camera up in there so you can see that what's going on with that. But that's what we're doing. So let's get to it. So, I'm sure you can see. Come on, focus. That's the blend. Actually, that's the mode door for the passenger side on the feet, and you can see all that gunk all along that. That's the seal, and it's just completely melted, and it's just like tar. It just gets over everything when you try and touch it. Down here, where are we? Here. This is the mode door, or the blend door for the air on the passenger side, and it is stuck. It won't even open, so that's the problem there. And we're just gonna leave that alone, so I'll put this all back together and carry on. All right. Hopefully this rotor will come off easier than the other side did. there's that. Not sure why I always like to go forwards first. Reverse always works better, I find. How's this side doing? This side's not horrible. It still has some life in it, but like I said, that other side was ready for some love. About the O-ring this time. To keep the hub on. Wouldn't want that to fall off on its own. Oh, I think we just better go for the grappler, eh? Probably save a bunch of time messing around. I don't think I'll stick my hand where I stuck it last time. That was a close call. An excavator or something on the street outside. I'm hoping they're going to get that done soon. The road right in front of our shop here, only access, blocked off all summer because the road's torn out. So we've been using the back alley until they redo it. For the whole water infrastructure, everything. So that's what's taking so long. Alright, let's do this way. Watch your hands, fingers, and whatever else. Wearing the old coveralls today. Seems like when I wear them, I don't get that dirty. Or the coveralls. And when I don't wear them, they get filthy. So there's no winning. There's no winning at all. Well, we'll spray everything down. As we all know, it's gonna help, right? Maybe, maybe not. Nobody can actually say for sure whether penetrants actually penetrate. I shouldn't say that. Project Farm has actually done lots of tests, but he's tested some penetrants and they seem to do something. He's actually tested which ones do a better job. I can't remember now which one came out on top. Do you have a favorite? Oh. Penetrant that you use? I usually use WD-40. Not biased to it, but it's just the one that seems to work. One that seems to work, I guess. I'm sure there's others. Just haven't tried. Move it, we used to do that. The Seafoam has a deep creeper, I know. That was one of the ones that Project Farm tested. Oh, this could be a slow process. Alright folks, I'm not going to bore you with this. I gotta take 3, I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, there's 3. That's 1 here, there. The other one is here, and the other one is there. Those are just the three bolts. Oh. 3 bolts that hold the hub assembly on. We're going to take those bolts out and then we'll come right back. Oh, well, we might have found a better way to do it. Maybe. Got 1 loose this way. We'll see if we can get 2. Oh, that's about to blow up in my face. That swivel was about to be not so swivelly. Oh, it's just the rust on the part of the bolt that protrudes is what's causing our grief here. Once we get it started, it should pop out. Sorry, I turned the camera back on thinking we were going to be quick now because I got the other one out fairly easily, but never fails, does it? Well, let's try it again. There, now our battery is dead, so I'm going to change that out. Oh, are we even going to be able to get in on this one? I don't know. The same problem. So, get it started, and then hopefully it will be able to roll it out with the 1/4 inch gun. Alright, let's try that. Whoa. I'm surprised these things are legal. Oh. So far I think I've only been whapped with one time. That one's out. I'm going to attempt to pull the speed sensor. The other side came out not too terribly bad. Just don't really want to wreck. I should check to make sure this one doesn't come with a new one. I don't know if it does because it's not actually in the hub. Some do, some don't. This one doesn't feel as good as the last one. Oh, I might have gotten it loose here. Nope. I'm just going to check to see if it comes with a new one. As I suspected, it does not.
as it's not actually in the, I'm not actually even sure if it needs to come out, although the service data suggested pulling it, so I just would rather not wreck it, but if we're gonna wreck it taking it out, maybe we're better off taking our chances. Here it comes. Oh, it's okay. Alright. Got my hearing protection on. Can't find my safety glasses, but the loudness will wreck both my ears, whereas if I get something in the face, it's probably only going to wreck one eyeball. So, apply safety squints. Okay folks, so we applied a bit of heat and we're going the old-fashioned route. See if we can't get something this way. Apparently we still have one bolt in there. There. Oh. There, maybe? Okay, so there it is. And is that there's definitely a ground in there, whether that was from hammering on it or not. No, that's definitely our issue, I believe. Do a little cleanup here. That is satisfying, isn't it? Oh, now it's just the opposite. honest, I was hoping it was gonna slip in there a little bit easier than it did. It hasn't. So, that's disappointing. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, I did get it in. I think we should have put our bolts in first. We may have to. All right. Let's give that a whirl. Alright. So those are the bolts that hold your hub assembly into the control arms there. I cleaned up those bolts. They got a little bit banged up coming out with the air hammer. So give them a touch up. Also a little bit of rust on them from being stuck out. So I want them to go in nicely. Oh. Now, unfortunately, I didn't know we were going to be doing the brakes when I did that other CV axle. Or we could have done it at the same time. But I told the guy, seeing as I was already there, I said I wouldn't charge him to do that because it's kind of getting to be a pricey job, and keeping a vehicle on the road is not always easy, and brakes are important. So we're going to put the brakes on the vehicle for him. I mean, we're halfway there on this side, and we were halfway there on the other side, so I don't mind throwing in a little bit of help when I can. And it's been a good job, you know, a customer that comes and says, you know, fix what's broken. Obviously we're not doing the HVAC, but that's kind of ridiculous. But otherwise, you know, we're fixing everything, and someone who's got trust in you is nice to kind of give a benefit when you can. So I don't mind that at all. All right, I'm going to clean up this other rotor and tire, and then we'll put that on. I won't show you that process because it's the same as we did on the other side there. All right, clean. Uh-oh. out of the old fluid film and sheet wool. Not sure exactly how that works. Let's see how this O-ring works at holding this on. I believe that's the whole point of it. Not too shabby, is it? All right, let's do some brakes, I guess. Yeah. Of course. All right, be right back. I should have done this when it was still bolted to the vehicle, I suppose, eh? We weren't thinking about that at that point in time, were we? I wasn't. Should have been. I think that's out. That's out. These aren't my favorite style. The old Chrysler clip, but that's okay. So, obviously this side, the pads are not completely spanked. The other side was worse. I'll maybe show you once I get the brakes off on that side. I'm not going to show you the whole process, but I'll show you how the brakes are doing on that side. I don't know why these are never lubed. I like to lube them. Just a little bit. Alright, we got ourselves some Rebestos. These are the Element 3 EHTs, what they call them, I think. So,
higher grade. They actually come with a new bracket, which is impressive. As some of them don't. This is still in pretty good shape. I don't think we need to do too much cleaning, surprisingly. I am going to grease these slides just a hair, because I like them to slide. And I know there's the theory. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that's just not how I like to roll. That's nice. So it doesn't take much, just a hair. Just to keep it from getting bound up. And then, of course, we change flavors. Ceramic. We'll do our pistons. And that is interesting. There's no hardware where the brakes actually slide. Just bare metal and metal there. So I guess these don't have a problem with rusting out. Maybe it's built into that design. I'm not sure exactly how that works. We're gonna have to move ourselves here now, though, aren't we? We'll see if we can hang this guy up. Until I know. Oh yeah, we'll need some Loctite as well. I'll grab that. All right, the bolts to the back of the bracket. The other one started. I'm gonna go do the other side. I'll show you the linings on the other side, and we'll do a torque. And then this beast, we'll take it for a road trip, and make sure that our sound is gone. So, all right. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, some days are better than others. I would recommend putting the axle nut on the axle. The customers will appreciate it, you'll appreciate it, everything will go better. Oh, that was close. Oh, Jim, torque wrench here. Sorry. That's gonna hit that. That's not what I want to do. Oh, that'll work. 229, we said, right? That's what we got. Alright. Also, for those of you wondering, I did put the caps back on the brake caliper. I know that'll be the next comment in the comments. They're on there. Don't worry. And now we've got our axle nut on. So don't worry about that. I know I already showed you putting this tire on, but if I gotta do it twice, so do you. 100 plus or minus 15. That's not very much. Alright, so as promised, you can see that. That's the other side, that's the outer one. Not so bad, pretty even. Still has a good bit of life left on it, but this one, yeah, so you can see it's thicker here, and it runs thinner to this side. And it was pretty well getting to the end, so might as well do it while we're here. Alright, road chip. Three 3.0. Our brakes set. Make sure you do that before you put it in reverse with the door closed. Or you'll be in a world of hurt. Alright, let's close the door this time. Alright, close the door. Oh! There we go again. Every time. Alright, what do you see? Oh, you got it flipped, didn't you? Alright, cross your fingers. Oh, there's a dust shield. Rubbing a little bit from us getting aggressive. I'm just gonna adjust that and then we'll carry on. Alright, and we're off. Back down the back alley. So it turns out that tire pressure low. Front right. It turns out that our front left wheel bearing was shot, although there was no play in it. It was growling. So we got that fixed up, and now it's a nice quiet ride. Although the passenger is going to be complaining about being a bit hot. Fortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. So, at least it's getting to be fall here. I know probably most of you were thinking it's middle of summer. Well, into August here in northern British Columbia is getting to be fall. Although this summer hasn't really been summer. It's been pretty crummy. We've had a couple nice warm weeks, but otherwise it's been rainy and cool. So much for global warming. We take a little bit of that right now. Oh dear. We got ourselves, oh, what is it? Oh, it's 12. Huh. It's lunchtime. That's why I feel hangry. Time to be eating something. And I think I will. So I think I'll turn this boat around. I think we got ourselves fixed. I'm gonna head back to the shop. We'll sign out. And move on. Alright, so that's part 3 of the Durango build. First part was the AC cooler, AC condenser, and tranny cooler. And I believe we also, well, that was that for that one, I think. Then second video was the front right CV axle. And I'll put links up here in the description and maybe some tags here at the end if you missed those ones and you want to see those. And then here we just did the front left wheel bearing and some brakes. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell to get notifications on our new videos. We're going to be putting out videos fairly regularly, so I hope you enjoyed them. If there's something that we can do better, let us know. And we'll see you around.